EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carr right away going to look to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jabril Cox able to get him for a loss of about 3. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, 17 yards. It's opening drive, third down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 43-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Pollard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown. Noah Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
From the 31, Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Prescott off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On play action, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Prescott. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second down, Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points, though, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Carr. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott.
And they're able to work this across mid.